Say less. Say less. Say less. You ain't got, you ain't got. Say less.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With that, it's time to crown the champion of the NFC. And to call the action, we send it to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. For a berth in Super Bowl 52, here we go. We're underway in the NFC Championship game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked. Down at the 21-yard line. First down, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
So 1 yard to go here on third down. Now Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And now before this first... down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he fires one incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On third down, Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it's the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Looking deep for Gabriel. A swing pass caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 37 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be knocked down sideways. And here now come the Falcons. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. Now it's Ryan. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Vic Beasley in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And Robinson with a big catch. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward at the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. This is Cohen on the toss. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Now Howard. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Off the toss, Cohen. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And hang on here. Freeman shaken up. Remaining on the ground after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. On the screen, this is Coleman. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it too.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They will run again with Coleman. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. 10. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, no, I was a kicker. We got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
2nd down following the incompletion. Throwing again. Ryan. And His throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it's third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On third down, Ryan. This is brought in by Hardy. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. On second down, here's Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a third and long here. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Coleman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Falcons on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Ryan. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. From the gun, it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Let's go. Hey, Tuesday.
On second down, Ryan. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons get a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone. And
for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And the D looking like they may blitz. On second down, here's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
On second down, Trubisky. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. On first down, Trubisky. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything. Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now it's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Trubisky will throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Let's go.
Now Ryan down around the goal line. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And a tough turnover there as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, first and goal. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They come out here in the eye. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Second and goal from the one. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
The storm windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Hey, Tuesday.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second down following the run. From the gun, Ryan. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
To throw on third down. Ryan dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play on third down for the Falcons. 44 yards. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Steps away to his left. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Falcons on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Now Ryan. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. He's got the first down inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
This is Coleman, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 5-yard touchdown run, and the Falcons draw a bit closer. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, end result, touchdown.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Here's Trubisky to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Throw him deep for Galladay. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing here, Trubisky. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They run. This is Cohen. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Ryan. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. To throw is Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ryan. From left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from having the lead. Correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. On first, they go right back to Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Now Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Back
out of the gun, Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. On
first and 10. It's Trubisky. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This is Cohen. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Bears on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he'll get this down only to the 18. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And Parkey's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may do it for this NFC title game. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. 2-point game. They have the football. Their defense was able to do their job. Now can the offense just hold on here, Charles?
And they better, because after the job the defense did to give them the ball back with this lead, it's time for them to seal the deal and allow them to go to the locker room with a victory.
They'll try to seal the deal. Here we go. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And as they take that knee, you can hear a pin drop in this stadium right now, partner.
I'd say you could hear a pin drop except for one thing. You're hearing a lot of people on cell phones right now calling and saying, cancel my reservation, because this crowd thought they were going to the Super Bowl. They had trips planned, hotels, reservations, the whole deal. That's all wiped out now.
And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.